Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Divine Angelic Chosen One channel. This is Gracie, um, and Spiritual Earth Angel 623 channel also. So I was watching a movie called it's an Exodus. You know, the kings and stuff, the gods and the kings of Exodus, and one of the Bible chapters, and it talks about Pharaoh, and it talks about Moses and stuff like that. Well, you know how Pharaoh was having the people, to be slaves to him, and to, build up his temples and his pyramids and stuff like that, his statues and different things. And so when Moses found out, Moses was sent there, you know, um, to the Pharaoh's daughter. And then the Pharaoh's daughter ended up raising Moses, So if you go back and read the story about, Moses and Pharaoh. And so if you look on there, I'm looking at this, you know, when back in the day with Pharaoh and Moses, Egypt, they might have the riches, they might have the hierophant, they might have the high priestess, they had psychics, they had a whole lot of different ones in on their, on his payroll, on his committee is what you might want to call it, around him, giving him advice, on how to run, how to rule and run the country, Egypt. And by that being, it's where the point that I'm trying to get at is people think that because they might have a lineage of background from Egypt, that, oh, it's some big, great, boastful thing, proud of it. But you don't know you need to read the background before you even if you don't have a lineage and you trying to, um, be, trying to claim, you gods and you are goddess and all this stuff like that. And you need to really check your ancestry background, stuff like that, because and really get deep, dig deep into it to see where you really come from and where your family bloodline come from. Because the reason why I'm saying it is, if you go back and read the history of Pharaoh and Moses, Pharaoh killed a lot of people. A lot of people were slaves, children, mothers, men, grandparents. Everybody was slave to him, except for the people that was in the palace with him, his family and stuff like that, and servants and different things like that. And also too, he didn't mind killing children, setting them on fire, hanging them. He hung a lot of women, a lot of men, a lot of children. He even burned up their houses and set the house on fire and burned up when they did not obey and bow down to him. So that's what I'm saying. People needs to read their history, about the gods and the goddess, and of Pharaoh and Moses and stuff like that back in that day, because it was not a pretty thing, to to be, you don't know a lot of things that they had done, out of that. And I'm glad that I'm not going to be sit there and be proud of saying that, you a god or goddess because you have a lineage of Egypt and all this stuff. I don't want to be tied to nothing like that, because he was evil. Pharaoh was very evil. He was evil and he was bad. He was selfish. He was greed. He was envy. The 7 deadly sins of the Bible, he was all of it, because he was focusing on himself and building up his kingdom off of the backs of slaves, children, women, and men and stuff like that. And also too, when he wouldn't release the people, You know, when Moses came for him to release the people, he wouldn't release them. So God started sending all these different plagues, the 7 plagues to the land, to let him know that he is God. Even though Pharaoh did not worship God, as we say, he worshiped their own God. So instead of him, bowing down and put away his pride, he didn't, until his kingdom, everything was destroyed. And like I said, he had high priestess on there. He had a high priest. He also had a hierophant. He had a lot of people on his council around him, giving him ideals and giving him advice of what he should do, how he should rule the kingdom, and all this stuff like that. So my point is, just be careful when you trying to accept a lineage as your own. Read up on it, because back in the Pharaoh days in Egypt and stuff like that, with the gods and the kings and stuff like that, was not a good thing. They were cursed. Their nation was cursed by God because of all the evilness that they did to women and children, especially women and children. And then later on, he would go around and kill like the firstborns and different things like that too. He was killing kids and different things like that, and setting them on fire and hanging them. Back in the day, they used to hang people. All of that was taking place back then. So that's what I'm saying. People, read up on stuff before you start claiming something as your own lineage. Read up on it first and make sure, because you be under a cursed lineage, a cursed generation that God had cursed back in the day of Pharaoh, the kings, and Moses. Back in those days, Saul and Solomon and David. You need to be careful, because there's where a lot of sinful things were happening in between those kings when they was ruling. You want to be under a blessed, generation, not a cursed one. So be careful when you start trying to recognize your lineage and because it sounds good, or it makes it sound like you are God or you are goddess. There is some gods and goddesses are good, but you got some bad ones too. And then their lineage was cursed by God for eternity. So if you did come from that, from that lineage back in your forefathers or whatever, hate to say it, but your lineage was cursed by God when it came from the seed of Pharaoh and the kings and stuff back then. All because he wouldn't obey, he wouldn't give up. He wouldn't let the people go, the slaves, because he didn't want to let the slaves go, because he wanted to continue to keep building up his kingdom. Building up that gold, all the golds and stuff that he did. If you go back and read that he asked to be buried with all his gold. So how selfish and greedy is a pharaoh, a king like that you would sit there and be buried with all of your goals and stuff. So you didn't leave nothing back for your family or your generation or nothing. You wanted to be, all that gold and stuff would be buried in your tomb. Now how selfish is that? Like I said, be careful what you're accepting as your lineage, because you could be accepting a cursed lineage in your life and for your future generation. And if you do have a cursed generation, then you need to start breaking the curses from your forefathers and from your ancestors. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to go with this. So we're going with some cards. Like I said, we're going to be doing some getting back into living our best life and different things like that too, staying positive in energies and stuff. So we all have choices, and that's what I was talking about. You know, you always have a choice on all areas of your life and different decisions that you want to make for you, your family, your job, your career, your finances, whatever. You have relationships too, children too. So you have a choice in life. You have free will to make all the choices you want, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Sensitivity. Yeah, so sensitivity. So, you know, also with sensitivity, you know, sometimes now you begin to, now that you move it on into, you know, your new beginnings and everything, you have closed all your cycles, you have closed, you know, all your karmic cycles, you set boundaries in people, you're loving on yourself, you know, whatever level you at this point, you moving on with your purpose, you know, what you were called to be doing. So, and now you're going to be feeling some type of sensitivity to your surroundings and everything, to energy, to spirits, good or bad. Um, you know, your different, you know, your taste buds going to be changing. The way you eat is going to be changing. Your appetite's going to be doing, you know, a lot of different changes. Also, too, with your body, you'll be going through transformation with your body. So a lot of that is also sensitivity. So when you get into that, you know, state, just, you know, just be calm, you know, relax, meditate, you know, continue to heal, you know, different areas of your body and different things like that. And then the sensitivity will slowly go away. Even when you're going into a lot, when you're being elevated to higher frequencies, you experience some of the sensitivities. You know, sometimes it's going to be equilibrium and off balance at times. So, you know, once you get into that calm state of mind, you know, and allow it to pass, drink your teas, drink your water, drink your sparkling water, whatever you like to drink, juices or whatever. And it will subside and it will, it will pass. It just that your body's getting used to all the changes that is going on, all the transformation that is going on at that time. So, now you in sincere relationships. So now the relationships that you are in now is going to be more sincere, more loyalty, more support, more showing that, more caring, that, being honest, having truth, no secrets, no deception, no betrayal. So now you're moving into that sincere relationship, whether it's in a boyfriend and girlfriend or a marriage, husband and wife, partner, divine union, a twin flame, soulmate. All of that is sincere relationship. It also can be sincere relationship too when you doing business deal with partners, co-workers. Also that too can be sincere relationships too. Being sincere relationship with your family, your friends, your children. Everything is going to come into balance and come into in sync. Receive healing. So you also receiving a lot of healing. You see how the angels and stuff are the different colors of the rainbow. It's different parts of, this is your allura. So with your allura right here, energy, that's what is being healed also. So that's been healed and sent it to you. See all the different colors of your allura is now, that was, imbalanced, now it's been bringing it to the healing, and you're receiving the healing. Meditation, you might be doing some meditation and different things like that too now. You might be getting more into the meditation, more into the yoga, getting more into praying, also that's another one. Or you can just be sitting there and just having a conversation, with God or your spirit guide, spirit teams, ancestors and angels and stuff like that now. Getting into the state of meditation. Also during your transformation, your new beginning. You have already released. You've been through your releasing. Releasing what is to become. You're releasing what's not. No longer serve your purpose, no longer benefit you. So you're releasing everything that that you need to release from past relationships, past jobs, any crisis and childhood trauma. You know, you just releasing things. So once you have released that, now, and also to remember, no, reawaken. So that's what that's real. So now, as you going into your new beginning, you are reawakening now. So you are weak. I can't talk. Reawakening to a lot of different things. Transformation. That reminds me of angels and also remind me of butterfly wings. Now the butterfly has blossomed from a worm into a caterpillar into a beautiful blossom, blissful butterfly. Or you got your angel wings. So you are reawakening now to your surroundings. Coming out that matrix. And now you waking up to a new environment, a new way of thinking, a new way of living. Everything's begin to flow. And that too. Remember I talked about, I had did a video about a water just like this. And I have a water that just like this, that looks just like that runs through my property, in the backyard, in our backyard. And it runs through the property just like that. And it flows. And I talked about, I did like a video, if you go back and listen to the little short video, and it was saying that as this water streams, that's how the blessings are going to be flowing easy into your life. So that's just a confirmation to the download message that God had gave me that day, to say when I took a picture of the water stream. So go back and look at that video too, because that was a blessing also to a lot of people. A lot of people had resonated with that, and sometimes you already probably have that now. You probably already experiencing some of the blessings now, because like me, I'm experiencing a lot of the blessings now. I had already started experiencing the blessings then, but yet last year. But now I'm experiencing more, where it's going to be unstoppable. So nobody can hinder, nobody can stop your blessing at all. Everybody has been blocked out your energy, out your allure, out your dreams. They can't come into wreak havoc in your relationship or anything. They cannot send anything, no entity, dentity, nothing. Nothing can come now and hinder. Once you get into your new beginning, and God, you are heavily protected. I know I am heavily protected. So I know that my ancestors and angels are going to handle it, and God's going to handle it. I don't have to worry about it. All I'm going to do is focus on my new beginnings, focus on my manifestation creativities this year, and focus on the purpose that I'm here on earth to do. So the blessings is already flowing, which is, I'm thankful and grateful to God for that. And I know that nobody can hinder nothing. People can talk and say whatever they like, but only me, my husband, and sometimes my husband don't know a lot of my blessings that come to either. So when, so like I said with that, so only I know what blessings I have received, at this state of moment in my life. And I don't go into details of what type of blessing it was, but it was it was blessing that was due to me. Blessings that were supposed to been in my life ever since I was a child. Blessings like that is catching up and flowing, where people probably previously did try to back then, but now they can't do nothing now with the blessings flowing into my life. They can't stop anything. Here, so seek seclusion. So right here, sometimes you can seek conclusion. Here, I think that is conclusion. Yeah, I think it is. So when you seek conclusion, that means, seeking a quiet place. I talked about in one of my other videos too about, getting your own quiet space, your own space downtime. In my house, me and my husband, we have like different places that we will go, and have our little, quiet place. If he wants to go and watch, his country movies and stuff like that, then he'll do that. Or either, if I want to go and meditate or pray to God, I would do, I will go into my little quiet place, and talk to God, my ancestors or whatever, or just have that quiet time, with no TV on, not on the phone, just thinking and meditating. And it's good. Some people don't like to meditate, but I mean, like I said, each to their own. Meditation is good. Praying is good also. Because it can also bring more clarity and understanding to your mind. Also, too, hidden blessings. And that's what, that's a confirmation when I talk about the water flowing, that blessings. The hidden blessings is now going to become into your life now, this year. So pay attention to the little blessings that come, because they can come big or small. Blessings, is not about everything is big coming to you. It could be a small little blessing too, that you did not expect, unexpected blessings. So pay attention to stuff like that too. The hidden blessings that's going to be coming to your life. Mental repetition. So also too, and that's like the tree of life right there. So when you have also, remember not to repeat, any, cycles. Don't allow anybody to mess with your mind mentally and mess with you physically, and put you back in those mental repetition. That means putting you back into the same cycle that God has brought you out of and where he has brought you from. So when he closed those doors of the past and any mind games or mental status or whatever that you was in at that time, he healed you from. So now you don't have to worry about that now. You don't heal from that. So you move on. So it's just saying, don't go back. Don't go back. Don't let people put you back into that mental state that you was in, that dark place that you was in, dragging you back to the past when God has already removed you from the past. Always be awareness. Have your awareness. There's the rainbow for the promise in the back. You have the seashell, have like a shell of some type of snail or whatever. Just in the beautiful birds, the butterfly, the sky, and everything else. Be aware, awareness, aware of your surroundings, aware of the signs, the symbols, and messages that God is sending you. Have an eye to see, an ear to hear, and a mouth to speak. So be aware of it, because there could be small little signs, in movies, conversations, a message, a letter in the mail or whatever, or somebody just speaking to you, or you can overhear a conversation or something like that. Be aware also, because there's always going to be some type of signs and messages coming from your spirit team, God, and your ancestors, and angels and stuff like that. What is your next purpose? What is your next mission? What you need to be watching out for opportunities, so you don't miss opportunities in your life this year. What you need to watch out for, warning signs. If they're telling you not to go somewhere and turn around and go back home, then listen to it, take heed to it, turn around and go back home. Keep you out of danger, because God can see further ahead than you can. He can see the future than you can. Now, he will allow you to see the future if he wants you to. He'll give you dreams and vision to see the future. If you want, if he wants you to. you know. So that's what I'm saying. So be aware of that this year. Well-being. You know, this is also another one. I talk about well-being, you know, your overall well-being of health, you know, life, mind, body, and spirit, you know, physical and mentally. Well-being this time, you know, pay attention to your well-being. You know, go to the doctors. If you need to go to a doctor for a checkup or whatever, do so. Men and women, children, anybody, you know, go to the doctors, get a checkup. Make sure everything is good with your overall health, the well-being of your life, the quality of your life. You know, so that way when some underlying disease or some condition comes, then you on top of it. You know, pay attention to also what you eat, you know, and what you put inside your body. You know, do your spiritual cleansing bath. You know, do your detoxing, your spiritual detoxing, if you need to do one. You know, learn about different things that you can do for detoxing. Not just spiritual bath, but you can also do spiritual detoxing in your body, inside. And now if you go back, I talk about that on a video too about, you know, spiritual detoxing and cleaning. You know, positive-minded people. You know, be around people that are positive, you know, minded people. On the card, it's just 23. So that card is 23. You know, so take that number. You can look it up and see what that's all about. Number 23. It could be a person that they're born on the day of 23. I know I was born on the day of 23. You know, of the month of a month. I'm not gonna say the month, but it was the 23rd is the day that I was born into this world. But yeah, so be positive minded people. You know, be around people that has a positive mind. I talk about that too in my last video. Being around people that has positive mind. Start speaking positivity, affirmation, different things. Good affirmation. Not just positive affirmation, but good. You know, wealth affirmation. You know, blessings and prosperity. You know, manifest. Then, you know, start manifesting, you know, affirmations also. You know, the good ones, not the bad ones. Because like I said, when you start manifesting bad things going to come to you first before it goes to that person. So be mindful this year what you speak into your life, who you allow to speak into your life, who you allow for guidance in your life. Be mindful of that. Learning. You always going to be constantly learning. You know, you learned a lot of things, you know, about yourself when you start self-loving yourself. You learned about that. You learned about your gifts, your spiritual gifts, your psychic gift. You learned about people around you, you know, your close circle of friends, your trolls, your soul tribe, you know, your ancient ancestors, your lineage, where you come from, with your origin from. You learned about all of that stuff. 2325, that's how I'm gonna put those two numbers together, 2325. So you learned about a lot of things. You know, you be learning about as you got out the matrix, went on your spiritual awakening, your spiritual healing, your spiritual journey. Now you begin to see a lot of things that you learn and things about that you never have learned before. It could be some new things too, new gifts that you're learning, new hobbies, you know, that you haven't learned yet. You know, new talents that you haven't discovered yet. Be kindness. You know, I talk about that too. Being kindness to people. Show the act of kindness. It's nothing wrong with showing an act of kindness to any stranger. It could be known or unknown. Anybody in this walking life that you walk past by, show act of kindness. We get enough of the badness in the world. So show kindness to people, places and things. Even to animals, show kindness to that too. Nature. It doesn't hurt. Listen to your body. Confirmation about that. Listening to your body. You know, listen to the warning signs of your body when you lacking different nutrients and nurturing. You know, because your body will tell you first what's going on. All you have to do is listen to it. mind, body, and soul. All three got to work together. Not just two, but all three. So when you start listening to your body, because your body could say that you lacking, if you feeling anemic symptoms, then you lacking iron. So then you start eating stuff that has iron, or get you some vitamins that has extra iron in it. This is just an example as I'm talking about it. Don't get stuff twisted, because people would take it twisted. Oh, she must got. No, I have a good, clean bill of health. I already went to my doctor and I have a good, clean bill of health. So nothing, I have no condition, no illness, no nothing. And I thank God for that, for the blessings. I always been a healthy person anyway. So anyway, listen to your body of health. By me speaking also as a medical profession, nurse too. And then I also, have my degrees in alternative medicine, and then I have it in wellness and health, also in weight management. So I have my degrees in a lot of different things. And so with that, you can take your vitamins and different things like that too. That's also help out, with your daily herbal supplements and stuff like that. Listen to your body and just pay attention, because sometimes the vitamins might not have a lot to do with okay, so just like vitamin D. If you know a type person that you stays in the house and you don't want to go out there in the sun to get some sunlight because you're afraid that your skin is going to turn dark, then you're lacking vitamin D. And vitamin D can do a lot for the body. So if you're not taking vitamin D, which is D3 vitamins, then you're going to be lacking, and you're going to be looking pale. And when you do go out in the sun, your body is not going to be able to absorb it, because you've been stuck in the house for so long, because you're afraid that you don't want your skin color to change. It's not all about, your skin color going to change regardless. As you get older, your skin color is going to change. You can do all the glamour spares or beauty spares or whatever that they do now. It's still going to, it's not going to work. That stuff it's temporary. And what's going to happen? You're going to start seeing that your skin color is going to change as you get older. Your skin color, your appearance, everything changes. You can do all the plastic surgery, Botox, and everything else. When you start your age, it's natural aging. So you're going to get saggy skin, sagging butt, saggy boobs or whatever, breasts or whatever, saggy face. Everything is going to start sagging because you're getting older. Embrace it and accept the change. Nobody lives young forever. Acceptance, right? Accepting yourself, accepting who you are, your unique self. Accept yourself for who you are is what you need to accept. Accept the way God created you. Stop trying to change yourself to look like other people. And you're just making a mess of your body and your image, your personality, your appearance. You looking a hot mess because you sitting there trying to change and be like somebody that God did not create you to be. God created everybody in his own unique way. And you only is one person. It's no copycats. They can copy all they want to, but it's not but one person. You is the only original copy of yourself that God made. And he made everybody like that. Unless you are a twin, then that's different. But if you're not a twin, then yeah, it's only one copy of you. There could be somebody that might similar look like you, but it's only one of you, one DNA, that runs through your blood that God created. So accept who you are in your skin. It don't matter what color you are, how big you are, what size you are, what religion you are, what race you are. Accept who you are. And stop trying to be another race. Stop trying to be somebody else. Because only thing you're doing is making a big hot mess of yourself. You losing your own self-identity. So instead of you having your own original identity, your unique self, you done lost your own self-identity by trying to be like somebody else when you be yourself. All because of what? You want attention from men, or because you want attention from, or somebody that you trying to get attention from that has moved on and left you. And so now you're trying to get them back by showing them you change, showing them that you can do this, you can do that. That doesn't work. That's still not going to bring that person back into your life. Because the person already know that you trying to be like somebody else. And that you don't lost your identity. See, people is not going to be a fool. Men or women is not going to be a fool. They know when somebody is trying to pretend to be like somebody else. You know, you got to look at that person. When that person been with you, had been with you or whatever at that short period of time, he liked you for who you was, your original self, who you were, not who you trying to be. See, people need to get that, they get it twisted. They think that, oh, well, if I can jump on her path and do everything that she does, then, oh, well, then now that I'm going to get that attention. No, you're not going to get that attention at all. Because there are people can see that you jealous, you envy, you trying to be like this person just to get attention of a man or a woman. And you look a hot mess doing it. Answers are within. You have a lot of answers that are within your soul. All you have to do is look deep within. And see, with the candles, I was talking about it on a video too about candles. People misinterpret candles. Just because you see a candle burning or whatever on somebody's video or whatever, oh, they using spells and all this stuff. Stop assuming. Stop making assumptions this year about what you don't know nothing about. Because you see your naked eye and that's what you think that's all about. People can use candles for scent their house, to make it smell good. They can use it near their bath water. When I have my glamour tub in my home, and that tub was built only for me. My husband can use it too, but, normally it's me, the one that use it a lot. So when I do it, I go in there, and burn my, have my little floating candles in the water, my little rose petals and all that stuff, burning, created me a spa-like environment in my own home. So I can bring in relaxation, refreshing, as well as doing my spiritual bath and different things and spiritual healing and detoxing too. Listen to my jazz music or whatever, drinking my little glass of wine, or if I have sparkling water, I drink that. You see what I'm saying? Or I'm drinking my detox tea while I'm doing my spiritual cleaning, my bath or whatever. Or just taking a regular bath. So, that's what I'm talking about with the candles. Candles are used for different things. That's not everybody that burn candles are doing something wickedness, wicked or evil. So get that out your mind. That's what I'm saying. When you see people start talking about that, oh, I saw in the video, she was burning candles. That means she must doing black. No, it's not. See, that's your mindset that you need to change. Stop thinking the worst of what people doing, because you paying more attention to what they're surrounding than you are paying to the message. And that's what's wrong with people, because they don't want to pay attention to that something is good, that people's talking good messages and stuff. They don't want to listen to that. They want to look at what you got going on in your surroundings is what they're looking at. They're focusing on the wrong things. Instead of focusing on what is good, what the message is saying for you to get your life right. Get you back on track. Have a good, positive mindset That's basically in living your best life. That's basically what it's all about. Not about what somebody got in their house or what you see up in their house or whatever. Come on now, grow up. It's time for people to grow up. Really, seriously, it is. Life is too short. Modify. Sometimes you have to modify different things in your life that need modification, need adjustment, you know, in your career, relationship, you know, everyday, you know, daily living, everyday daily routines. Sometimes it could be modified adjustment. Sometimes, you know, when you setting up business plans or creating ideals and stuff like that, sometimes it can be tweaked and modified. Even sometimes your spiritual gifts sometimes get modified. You know, your spiritual pathway get modified by God. Intentions. Set your intentions on things that are good. You know, that's going to come to you. Not for setting your intentions on to send it to somebody else bad. See, and then you wonder why you're not being blessed. You wonder why that you asking, praying for things and it's not coming to you because your intentions are wrong. Your mindset is wrong. Instead of you trying to change somebody's mindset, instead of accepting them for who they are spiritually and naturally, for the person who God made them. You know, some people don't have good intentions towards you. And that's when God will let you know. That's when their boundaries come in. That he's showing you who's good, who's going to be loyal to you and who's not. Who you need to let go. Who you need to embrace and invite into your energy, into your life. You know, what type of attentions do they have? You know, you got a lot of people that don't have good intentions towards you. They might smile in your face and everything, but then when you not looking, their intentions are evil. So pay attention to that too. People's intentions around you. Compassion. You know, I talk about that too, showing compassion for people. People, placing things, animals, nature, whatever. Show compassion. There's nothing wrong with showing compassion to people. Nothing wrong with that. You know, start practicing compassion in your life and see what good things will come. Nurture. You know, start nurturing yourself. You know, when you start nurturing yourself and then others, nurturing others, you know, good things will come. You know, all that positive, blissful, living your good life, living your best life, all that stuff. Walking into your blessings, you know, known and unknown, unexpected blessings will flow. Good, positive things will come into your life. You will see a good change. Give back. You know, sometimes you need to give back also. Pay it forward. I look at this card, paying it forward, giving back. You know, also thanking your ancestor, angels, God, thanking him. You know, you ain't got to go and burn burn all this sacrifice burnings to them and stuff like that. You don't have to do all that. I don't know where people get that from. You know, you don't have to sit there and burn stuff to honor your ancestors. I don't burn stuff to honor my ancestors. I just simply tell them, I'm grateful and thankful and blessed that you all has chosen me as one out of the family to carry the torch. Have a purpose. You know, I thank them that way. So that's what I'm saying. And then when you give back to people, then people will give to you when you give back. Paying it forward. You know, when you see somebody, then you buy something. I mean, I used to do a lot too, paying it forward, you know. But then when I seen that sometimes, you know, I had to weigh my options out when I do the stuff, pay it forward. Because some people can just, you know, want to take advantage of that. And then you can see when people are in need. So I had to, really come into clarity and understanding. God had to help me with that too, of which ones to bless and which ones that I don't need to bless, because they're not ready for the blessing yet. So I pay, I weigh out my when I go pay it, when I do go give it back and pay things forward, then I go and pray and seek about it before I do it. Because when I give it to you, I want it to be a blessing to you, not a hindrance. I want it to edify you. I want it to make sure that when I do give to you, that you will be grateful for it, and that you're going to take it and do something good with it, and not try to verse and do something evil with it. That's what I'm talking about, giving back. And that's where you have to, be mindful of things like that. Because I remember I was used to give to some of the homeless people. And I remember one day, it was at an intersection in my hometown. We had an intersection. So I ended up giving him like $20. And next time when I come back to go home, this man is jumping into a BMW, a brand new BMW. So like I said, some people are doing better than you. They just don't want to work. So they do panhandling. That's what they call panhandling, is where they don't want to work nowhere. So they pretend like they're homeless. And some people are legitimate homeless. But do you got some that are not? And they live in better homes and cars than we are, that we're living in. So that's why I be careful who I give to when it comes to giving back. And that including homeless. Because when I saw that day, it changed my perspective on it. That you got some people out there that's not even homeless. And they just don't want to work nowhere. They feel like it's free money and it's tax free. They ain't got to pay no taxes on it. They ain't got to go to a 9-to-5 job. Only thing they got to do is go out there and hold their sign. And like I said, you have some people that are legitimate homeless, and you got some that are not. So that's why I weigh my pros and cons when it comes to that too. I allow God, my ancestor spirit guide, to guide me when it comes to giving to the homeless, to make sure that it will benefit the true homeless and not ones that, because when you give stuff, you can also, the people that really don't need it and faking it like they're homeless, don't you know when they give you stuff, they throw that stuff in the trash can. See, you never paid attention to afterwards, after you leave, what they do. Now, you have some true ones will sit there and eat it and thank you. Eat it right there in front of you and different things like that. But when you come back, they still eating on it. But then you got some that throw it in the trash can because they don't want it. They want money. They don't want food and drinks and stuff like that. They want money. And just be mindful. Watch and see where they go to if they get into a car. Because when they go and when I saw that man got into a BMW, a brand new one, I said, no more. I'm going to pay attention now. Vibration. Like I said, told you about your vibration and frequency and higher vibration. All of that now, you elevating. I talked about in that video how I am moving fast with my energy now. Time has kicked in. I have lined up with God's divine timing now. So now everything is moving in fast pace for me. So one day I could be in one energy, the next day I'm not. It's gone. I'm away from that. I move on. I don't stay in the same energy. When God give me something to talk about, I'm in that energy for that day. After that, it's gone. I moved on to something else. That's how fast, God is moving me. When it comes to his downloads and his messages and different things like that to my life and to other people. Self-love. Another that I always talk about, self-love. Loving yourself this year. Love yourself before you can love other people. Practice self-love. you know, and see how wondrous it is with the healing. When you're doing self-love and your healing, then you know nobody can trick you out of your spot. Nobody can trick you out of your destiny. Nobody can trick you out your blessings because you already self-love. You already know who you are. So nobody can tell you anything different about who you not. When you already know who you are, nobody can come and disrespect you. Nobody can treat you like options because you already know who you are. And God, and your gifts, and your purpose, and also on this earth. Reunite. So here you reunite. You're going to be reunited with a lot of people. You know, sometimes your past will come back too, but just be careful with that because, you know, if God got you out of it, don't go back. You don't want to get stuck and go backwards. You want to keep moving forward. You know, close it. Once that door is closed, let it be closed. You know, sometimes you can reunite with, you know, past loved ones. Sometimes too, you can reunite with them. Or you can reunite with people that you haven't seen in a while. You know, reunite can be anything. You can be reunite with co-workers that you haven't seen on old jobs. You run across them or whatever. Or reunite with family or friends or with children, whatever. You never know. You know, if you don't really know who your family and stuff really are, then you can have a reunion. You know, when people have family reunions so you can get to know your family and stuff like that. You know, so you don't be dating your own kin. You know, get clear understanding. You know, you're having clear understanding also. And sometimes you might have downloads that you might need to get some clear understanding, some clarity of what God is showing you and your ancestor spirit guide is showing you. And sometimes you're already walking in that clear understanding, clarity, energy. That nothing can confuse you no more. Nothing can bring delusion, illusion, and also they can bring chaos. Because you are recognizing a mile away that energy. And then you will put a stop to it and you'll keep on moving. Or you send it back to, return it back to sender. Or its original maker. Call it out and expose it. Growth. You did a lot of growth healing in your life now. You're in another chapter of your life. A new beginning. So there was a lot of growing up. A lot of putting away childish things. High school little childish thing you might have did in high school. As a teenager. When you was an adult of legal age, it's time to put away childish stuff. And start paying a mind to adult things. Doing adult things. It's all part of the growth and spiritual transformation. Get rid of the negativity. You know, you don't allow people to speak negativity in your life, over your life. You don't allow them to put you into negativity situations. You don't have a mindset of negativity. You recognize the negativity energy. You cancel it. You stop it. Expose it. And then you remove it. And you send it back. If somebody is like sending it to you and you know that you're not in that state no more because God has healed your heart, your mind, and your soul. He has healed it. So now what you do now is move forward. You send it right back. Recognize it. That's what I'm saying. Recognize the energies. I also talk about a video too, recognizing the energies now that's surrounding you or being projected at you. So you can stop it, cancel it, and return it back to sender or its original maker. Don't allow it to dwell and get into your energy. Same thing with negative. When people start coming with negativity, you know, coming to you with gossip, you know, nothing that is good, nothing, but everything that gossip is bad. then that's when you need to have the authority and the boldness to put them in their place. Say, like, look, not this year. I'm not doing all this, gossiping and being negative, and doing evil stuff and different things like that. Put people in their place. Be bold this year. Don't, step up and be a leader, not a follower. We got enough followers as it is, but we need more leaders in life that's going to stand up and make a difference. Put a stop to injustice, the bullying, the stalking, the following. Put a stop to it. Call it out. Expose it. Stand your ground. Control. Also too, a lot of things that we probably was controlling our life. Now we're less control of it. We allow God to take control over our lives in all areas of our life. You only need to take control of what is for you, what is meant for you. When you're taking control, you take control of your own life. Take the reins of your own life, the chariot that you're riding. Take it and ride it. But you're in control of your life. Don't try to take reins of somebody's life and try to control somebody's life. Don't try to be a God in somebody else's life. Because you need to be your own. You need to be a God in your life. If you want to control, then control your life only. Not trying to control somebody else's life. Because it's not going to work. Because that person's going to resist you. They're going to rebuke you also. Because nobody should be taking control of anybody's life, anybody's destiny, anybody's blessings. You cannot worry about your own blessing, destiny, and where you need to be at, and your life purpose, your mission. That's who you need to take control of, is that. And then you wonder why things don't work out when you're trying to control other people. It's not going to work out. Because it's not in their DNA for you to be ruling them and controlling them and telling them what to do. Because you don't like what they are or what they have become. You can't accept their personality, their flaws, their spirituality. So now you want to take control and try to change things. It doesn't work that way. Now people's not going to allow it. They're going to stand up for themselves. They're not going to allow that to happen there in their lives. So start taking control of your life, your family life. Some people need to take control of their kids. Their kids out there running wild, doing all crazy stuff. So you trying to pay attention to somebody else and try to take control of somebody else's life, especially an adult person's life, when you got kids that's out there running control, wreaking havoc, causing chaos and drama, getting themselves in trouble and different things like that. That's what you need to be focused on, taking control of your family, your kids, and not trying to take control of somebody's adult life. And you can take control of your own life, because your own life is spiraling out of control. Some things you need to wake up, control your life. Replenish. You're going to start being replenished with a lot of things in your life now. Refreshing. Things going to start coming into your life, replenishing in your life daily. You're going to get daily replenishing. Every time you wake up, go to bed, you wake up refreshed, replenishing. Things going to continue to keep on replenishing over and over into your life. Good things, blessings, abundance, peace, joy, prosperity, love, everything, compassion, love, good health. Everything is going to be replenishing now. And nobody can stop that. It's like a flow, an open flow, an overflow. Hydrate. You're going to be more in tune with your body, that you're going to hydrate. Hydrate yourself more. Drink more water. Flush out the impurities and toxins from the daily eating of foods and stuff. Living life. The air we breathe in, sometimes we breathe in toxins. So cleanse out your body. Take water, cleanse out a lot of impurities, imperfection, different things in the body. It heals a lot too. Water has a lot of healing properties in it. Sometimes you might need to go to a beach, just to get some relaxation, some refreshing. But begin to hydrate your soul, your mind, and your body, inside and out. Respect. Have respect for yourself. I talk about that too. Having respect for yourself now. That now. You in your new beginnings. You already went through your karmic cycles, ending cycles, set boundaries and everything else. Know who loyal, who's not. And and that's all areas of your life, personal and professional, in relationship, everything. You have respect. Also, your children gonna have respect for you because you already set boundaries. And you wonder why that some kids just be disrespecting their parents. And it's a shame. Because you know why? Because they allowed that as they was growing up. So when there was a little child, when that child was being disrespectful and they thought it was cute, and now this child is as a teenager, an adult, still disrespecting you out in public, that's an embarrassment. That's poor parenting. And 2, don't be disrespecting your child either and abusing your child. It's a right way to discipline and it's a wrong way. So you should know the good way, the right way to discipline a child than not to be abusing a child. Some people be abusing their children also. Because of what? Because they don't have the father in their life. The father don't want to be with them. So now they want to abuse the child and take it out on the child. Their frustration. Instead of taking it out on the baby daddy or the father, whoever it was that got them pregnant. That's who they need to take it out on. And not the child and not the person that the person don't already left them for to be with somebody else. That person is innocent. That person was brought in. So therefore, you need to take your frustration out on that person that you mad at or whatever, and not take it out on somebody that is innocent. See, people get stuff twisted. And that goes for men and women. When it comes to stuff like that, they want to take it out on the person that the man or woman don't left them for, when that person was totally innocent. You need to take it out on whoever that brought you in the situation. That's who you need to reverse it back to and take it out and deal with them. At the same time, when you're doing your self-healing, have respect for yourself. Out in public and behind closed doors. Don't be doing stuff that you know is going to incriminate yourself. Going to expose yourself to embarrassment. Have some integrity. Have some respect for you as a human being, man or woman. Have respect for other people. Have respect for other people's homes, cars, their life. Have respect for their privacy. Stop trying to hack into people's accounts and different things. That's you disrespecting that person as a whole and also invading their privacy, which is all invading privacy. All of that's illegal. Don't you know you can go to jail for that? See, people need to be mindful of the things that they are doing, that you doing stuff illegal. You gonna get caught. Nobody in this world don't get caught. You gonna get caught. Sooner or later, you gonna get caught. And you gonna go to jail and do your time. Because you know you old enough and understand and have common sense of what you're doing, what you're not doing. And the consequences. Taking accountability of your actions this year. Be responsible for what things that you do. Man up, woman up. And stop hiding behind people. You have something against somebody, and you go to that person. Don't involve other people into it. You go to that person, you solve it. You solve whatever that you had, any altercation or whatever behind that person. You go and solve it with them. Don't be bringing other people into your mess and your drama. And then you got to keep on telling lies just to keep up this charade. And then when the real truth come out, you looking stupid in the face and dumbfounded. Now you about to go to jail. Ain't nobody gonna go to jail for you. Yeah, they might was doing all that BS along with you two people. But then when it comes down to it, going to jail, they gonna bail out. And you gonna be left holding the bag. You gonna be left holding all the situation. Because all the evidence gonna be pending on you. It's gonna it's gonna pin on you. All the evidence gonna lead to you. Because everybody else gonna come back and say, I ain't do nothing. I didn't put my hands in them. They're going to hide their hands when they know they had their hand in the pot. But they're going to hide their hands when it comes to legal stuff. Because nobody wants to go to jail. So that's what I'm saying to you people. Be mindful this year what you doing. What you getting yourself into. You will get caught. Sooner or later, you will get caught. And then what you going to do? You don't ruin your life. Because you fall behind lies. Somebody being jealous and envy. And they ain't have the balls and the coward enough to go to that person and settle their differences. Be mindful. That's all I got to say. Alternatives. You know, you're going to always have alternative ways of doing things. You know, God always going to give you some type of alternative situations that he could put you in. He can also give you options. You know, weigh out your pros and cons this year. Weigh out, you know, should I follow this person that is doing evil and BS, you know, all the time? That's all they got is nothing but gossip and drama and BS going on, you know, negativity going on in their lives. Do you want to follow somebody like that? Or you want to follow somebody that you know that is blessed, making a positive impact in the world, showing people how to live their best life. You want to follow people like that, not people that is going to be causing bad things to happen, doing illegal stuff. And then they got to cover up the illegal stuff that they doing. Who wants to follow behind somebody like that? That you looking out your window because you never know when the government's going to come. Or authorities or legal authorities or whatever going to come in and lock you up. Who want to live a life like that? So that's what I'm saying for you people. You need to be mindful of what you be doing consciously. Natural and spiritually. You need to be mindful of what you're doing. Because you think you're not going to get caught? Oh, yes. Believe me. You will get caught because there's always eyes watching you. There's always somebody watching somebody and watching that person. You better believe it. So you think you're getting away with something, you're not getting away with anything. Only thing you're doing is putting yourself in a deeper hole with a bunch of legal action, legal situations you can't even explain. Boundaries. You also, we talk about boundaries this year. You know, last year too, you set up all your boundaries now. You know how to, you know, put boundaries in place with people so they don't take advantage of you. So they don't put you in different situations. So they don't disrespect you. Forward movement. You know, I talk about always forward moving forward with your life. Keep moving forward. I talk about that too. This is confirmation of all the downloads and videos that I've been talking about, you know, last year and this year. You know, talking about moving forward with your life. Moving forward with your life purpose, your destiny. You know, keep moving forward with your ideals. New beginning, moving forward. Unconditional love, showing unconditional love. I talk about that too, showing unconditional love. You know, when you start showing unconditional love, you receive unconditional love. You know, guardians, you've been guarded now. 44, that card 44. It talks about angels. You've been guarded now. Heavily protective. I know I am. I've been like that since I was a child. Been heavy guarded and protected by God, angel, my ancestor, and spirit guides. I knew that from a child. And I always been heavy protected. They've been protecting me my whole life. And they come and see about me. When I am distressed or calling upon them, they will come and see about me. I talk about a video that I had encountered Archangel Michael during my travel for business, me and my husband, and I encountered him in a store. He came and let me know that he was here in human form on earth, protecting and guiding the chosen ones, the 144,000 spiritual beings, and also me. I work heavily with him, with Archangel Michael, heavily. We're close and close. I've been, you know, when I first saw Archangel Michael was back in my early 20s when he first came to me. 11:11. So you also pay attention to your surroundings. You heavily guarded with your ancestor, with your spirit guides, you know, and also too, stop trying to connect with other people's ancestors, spirit guides, and relationship that they might have with their angels and with God, because their relationship is going to be different from yours. And when you try to contact somebody's ancestors, don't you know they do not recognize you? You put yourself into punishment. You put yourself into danger because they already know what type of person you are. So if you try to come and try to contact somebody's ancestors, don't you know that your life is in danger? I'm just going to put it like that. Because now they're going to come after you. Because you tried to summon them instead of you. And then now your ancestors are mad because you did not come and summon your ancestors. You're going to come and summon somebody's ancestor about somebody. Now, what type of mess is that? That is crazy. Delusional. You out of your mental mind. That is like somebody know that somebody ain't got that, ain't right in the mind. The elevator don't go all the way up to the floors. The elevator don't got stuck somewhere in between floors. That you sitting there trying to contact somebody's ancestor. You was very bold. I'm surprised that they didn't strike you down right then and there. But you better believe it that you probably got some repercussion from it for doing that. So stay in your own lane this year. Stay in your own path, your own journey. Develop that. Develop a relationship with your own ancestors. Stop trying to be in somebody's ancestor. Stop trying to close somebody's cosmic records when you can't close nothing. You can't even close nothing, and nobody in this world can close anybody's cosmetic records unless that person and God. That's it. I don't understand you people. Talking about close. How can you can't go to, ain't no practitioner, warlock, witches in the world can close nobody's cosmic records. They can't even get near it. Only that person that those records are for and that tree of life is for them only. Now God can do it, and that person can do it theirself too. But ain't nobody outside of that person can do it. No family, no friends, no husband, no wife, no nothing can do it. Only that person that those records belongs to can alter, can change. Only God can change and alter these persons' records. You can't do no destiny swap either. That's crazy too. I never heard of craziness like that. Destiny swap. You can't destiny swap nobody. All thing you're doing is destiny swapping with yourself. That's all you doing. And you wonder why things is happening to you. Because you don't destiny swap with yourself. Now your destiny is all messed up because you don't put magic in it. So now the magic that you wanted to switch with somebody else's destiny, now it's with you. It don't switch with your destiny. Now your destiny is out there in the unknown, unattended to. Because you don't left your destiny to try to get on somebody else's. So now your destiny don't left out there for entities, identities, and anybody else to come and steal it and work in it. You see what I'm saying? When you don't left something. Like I said, the only way you can give up your destiny, your cosmic, is when you allow it. You give it up. And when you give it up, you leave it out there for the world. And anybody can come and get it then. But ain't nobody in their right mind is going to allow you to come and steal their destiny, their blessings, and anything they don't work hard for. Ain't nobody going to do that. And you can talk about your goodness all you want to. And like I said, I'm going to continue to talk about my goodness because nobody can do nothing. Nothing. They cannot come and steal nothing that I have put up and I have worked hard for. Because I will fight and I will defend. So the only thing they're doing is creating illusions and delusion and trying to say and make lies that they doing this and doing that, and they ain't doing a damn thing at all. Nothing. Because that person still moving forward. I know I am. I'm still moving forward. And always have been. There's no hindrance, no blockage, no nothing. I'm still moving forward as always. As God intended for me to do. So there's no blockage, no nothing. No curse, no hex, no nothing sent my way can even come to near me. Because I stand on the word of what God had told me years ago. That nothing, no entity, no dentity, no nothing, no shapeshifter, no nothing, warlock, witches, or whatever. Nothing can come and penetrate my energy. My dream state, no nothing no more. Because he has already unblocked me and shielded me from all of it. So nothing touches me. So you can talk that BS all you want to. That's all you're doing is talking a lot of BS and hot air. Because you're not doing nothing. Everything that you're doing is backfiring right in your face. Every time you do something, it goes right back to you. Instantly. It goes back to you. Because God is showing and teaching you a lesson. That you need to stay in your own lane. Your own path and leave innocent people alone. Bystanders, leave innocent people alone. When they're not bothering you, you should not be bothering them. If you don't like something that they're saying or doing, stop following them. Stop watching their pages. Stop watching their videos, messages, or whatever. Stop following them. If it irritates your demons and trigger you, then stop. That means you need to stop following them. And follow somebody else. That's not going to bring you triggers. And if it's triggering you, then it means that's God telling you need to get some healing. You need to make a totally life change. Everything in your life need to be changed. It's time to get yourself together. Because life is too short. Don't come on your deathbed. Now you want to get things straight and get things together. No, it's time to get stuff together now while you're living. Get it right. This year. It's all about getting things right. Setting the truth to things. Speaking the truth of things. Whether it hurt people or bad or good. Long as it's out of your conscience. Getting your conscience clear. Having a clear slate. A clean heart. A clean mind. Clean hands. Don't have blood on your hands this year. Because you harboring secrets. Betrayal. And you thinking that once you come out with it, oh, it's going to do some damage or hurt to that person. No, it's not. Because you don't know that the person might already know about it. See, that's the thing that people don't understand. People probably already know about it. That person that you trying to think that you hurting is already know about a lot of stuff. They're just not saying anything about it. This is where just going to let you make a fool out yourself. That's basically what it is. You're going to make a living public fool out yourself. Embarrassment will come to you. Shame will come to you. See, that's what's saying with people, with their hidden motives, intentions. Be surrounded, be paying attention about that now. Put it in its place and keep on moving. Your thought, your strength. So look at your strength. You're also getting stronger and stronger every day in your gifts, your spiritual path. Everything is getting stronger now. Keep moving forward. Unexpected. Always look at the unexpected things, like especially unexpected blessings. Unexpected things that are going to come into your life. Opportunities. Pay attention to that so you don't miss it. So you don't miss when it's time for your divine counterpart to come in. So you don't miss that option, miss that time. So pay attention to unexpected things that will happen. Sometimes unexpected things could be good or bad. You decipher it. You discern it. And take what is yours and what is not. Or take it as a lesson learned. Transform. You are transforming every day. Every day you are transforming. Every second, every hour, you are transforming. Like me, I'm being transformed all the time. God is constantly shifting me and elevating me in different high frequency vibrations. So I'm constantly evolving all the time. Transforming. As you go into your spiritual gift, adding new gifts to it, going to your spiritual healing, your transformation, you're transforming. Constantly. Learning new things, experiencing new things. Knowing new things. Barriers. You don't have barriers up now. You're not afraid to show yourself. You're not afraid to, when I say show yourself, that means you're not afraid to take a picture and show, and have and post a picture. That you're proud of your looks. You're proud of your appearance. You're proud of who God made you. All the barriers that you had up is coming down now. Because you already know what you need to do. You already recognize the different energies and everything that's trying to be sent your way, good or bad. You already know about a lot of things that are surrounding your life, your mission, your path, your journey, your healing. So you don't have to have barriers up no more. You probably got some protection barriers that's around you. Yes, that's always going to stay around you. But other barriers, to invite love, peace and happiness and joy and other people that's going to be loyal to you. That's what I'm talking about. Embracing the unknown. Sleep, you always get your proper rest and your proper sleep. Don't allow, what people say, try to threaten you or different things or say about you, that you're not sleeping. Get your proper rest because your body needs it. When you're going through your new beginning, your transformation, you also need to get the proper sleep also. So if you got to turn that TV off and go to bed at a certain time every night, that's getting your proper rest. So you don't be tired in the morning. Most of the time when people are tired in the morning, it's because they're not getting proper sleep at night. If you're worrying about things, then what you do or stressed out, then you do some type of relaxing technique before you go to bed. So that way you can sleep and have a good night's sleep also. because that's important. Commitment to happiness. You know, now that you committed that you're going to have happiness in your life regardless of what people say. That's in people, places, and things. Relationship, jobs, your home, you know, family, friends. You're going to always have happiness. And you're going to make sure that happiness comes and stays in your life. You know, once you go through your healing, then you're going to always find things that's going to make you happy. Is it going to be big or small? The little things that makes you happy, make you grateful, make you thankful, make you blessed, make you have gratitude. Those are things. You know, pay attention to the little things that you have in your life that is making you happy. And stop trying to take somebody else's blessing and thinking that's going to make you happy. No, it's not going to make you happy at all, because it wasn't for you. It wasn't tailor-made. Their blessing is not tailor-made for you. It's only tailor-made for that person. For that person to get their enjoyment, the fulfillment out of it. Not you. So then you wonder why, if you did try to force it or whatever, how did it went through your hands like water? It disappeared like smoke. Because it wasn't tailor-made for you. Like I said, this year, people stay in their own lane. And people need to mind their own business this year, too. People should not be quickly jump on a bandwagon on something until they get all the evidence. Until they get all the clarification and understanding of why somebody's doing something. And then you need to weigh your pros and cons out then. Before you regret it later. But always create a happy home. Happy memories. Relationships. You know, create happy childhood memories, you know, with your children and different things like that. Create happy moments with them. See, that's what's wrong with people. You have kids, but then you don't want to interact with them. You know, you don't want to do things with them. Like with my daughter, I did a lot of things with her when she was a child. We went a lot of places. So I could create happy memories with her. So since she remember the happy memories also of her childhood. And not the bad things. Progress. You know, progress. Having progress. Making progress in your life. Give yourself a pat on the back for all the progress that you have done. Everything that you have accomplished. From past all the way up until now to where you at now in your life. And I look at from where I was at until now. Like I said, nobody handed me anything. I got all this on my own. My husband did not help me with a lot of stuff either. So don't get it twisted. Because some people are like, oh, sure. No, my husband did not help me with a lot of things. And I can also have proof, and I have evidence and proof of everything, that he did not help me with a lot of stuff in my life. He came in later, afterwards. After I had already had some stuff in my life, then he came in to add. He didn't come in to add nothing. He didn't come in to, you know, to make me to what person I am today. No, that's not true. Only thing he did is came in and added to what I had already made progress in my life and already has accomplished a lot of things in my life. He came in to add to it. And that's what God will bring you, a helpmate to add to your life. Not to go in there to be codependent. Because I won't codependent on nobody. And I refuse to be codependent on a man. When I can go out there and get it myself. That's always been my philosophy. That's always been my more. I'm not going to depend on a man to make me or break me or make me happy. Or to love me. That's something I'm not going to do. I depend on myself to be happy. And I go out there and get it. I work for what I want. I'll go out and hustle and work for what I want. The honest way. So that's why I'm happy to share my blessings. I'm happy to go out there and tell the world what God has done for me and where he has brought me from. I'm happy about that. I have no shame about it. Because I have receipts and everything to back up everything that I did and what I have accomplished. So therefore, whoever talked that BS don't know nothing about me at all. I don't think they're doing assuming and making assumptions. It's all they doing. And half the time I don't even know half of these people anyway, so it don't matter. Who cares what they say? I know what I'm doing. Reliable. Always be reliable, when it comes to things. Be reliable for yourself. Be reliable for your kids. Be reliable for other people. People, place, and things. Be reliable in your relationship. Of people. Have some reliable, in your life. That's a good thing to have too. You can be counted on. They'll be like, oh, this person very reliable. So that means you can be counted on. Somebody can count and trust you. When you build up that type of reputation that people can count on you to do things, to help out, then they know that, hey, I know one person that I know I can go and I can count on and they can be reliable for. See, that's what I'm talking about. Build up that reputation and stuff like that. Because you never know when God is going to use you, or somebody going to come and ask you to help them with a project or with an opportunity or whatever. Because they know they can count and trust on you. Breathe. It's time to breathe now. All the bad stuff, you want to end your karmic cycles. You want to end a lot of cycles, boundaries. You went through your tests and your trials, your tribulations. You went through all of that. Went through your healing, your deep healing. So now just breathe. Enjoy life now. This year, enjoy life. Get out there. Enjoy yourself. Don't be afraid no more. Don't live in fear. Enjoy yourself. Nobody is not going to do anything to you. And people ain't that stupid because they know they can go to jail. They know it. So, or vice versa, or they can get harmed and hurt for trying to do something stupid to you. They're not that stupid at all. People got some common sense. So get out there and breathe. Enjoy life. That's what I do. I get out there and enjoy life. Me and my husband, we go different places and stuff like that. Who cares if they see us or don't? Who cares? What you gonna do when you see us? But just get mad. Get mad, turn your nose up and say something negative, but you're not going to say it in front of our faces. See, that's the thing. See, people will do it behind your back, but they're not going to say it to your face. So who cares? And that's how I got to that point. Who cares what they say behind my back? They talk about Jesus Christ behind his back too. Nobody's going to come and say nothing to your face. They don't have the courage and the boldness to do that. So who cares about what they say behind your back? They ain't about haters anyway. Always going to be haters. So let them hate. Who cares? Let them talk. Because like I said, ain't nobody going to come to my face and say nothing that they want to say behind my back. They're not going to come to in my face and say it. Because they know what I'm going to do. Put their ass in their place. Quickly. Nip it in the bud quickly. End it quickly. That's just the type of person I am. I'm very outspoken. So you come for me with some BS, you better expect the BS to come back to you. You better know how to handle it. When you dish it out, you better know how to handle it back. I'm grateful. So being grateful for yourself. Being grateful for all the things that God has given you, sent you, brought you from, just being overall grateful in your life is also another part of living your best life. So everything that I talk about is about living your best life, getting you the keys of living a best life. That's basically what it is, a simple life. And you can have all that and still be happy. Still be showing love, gratitude, still being blessed, shining brightly. Living your life, enjoying your life, seeing things, visiting places, different things, you don't have to worry about fear and stress. And watching your back and stuff like that. You still need to watch your surroundings, but you don't have to have your guard up that much, that bad to do that. Because like I said, people is not stupid and crazy. That's one thing. And the last one is triggers. We already talked about that. We already know about that. So like I said, if you get triggered by things that people say or what I say, then you know what? This video and stuff in this channel is not for you. You need to move on. And stop watching my videos and getting triggered. Because that's on you. I didn't ask you to come to my video. I didn't ask you to watch it. So if you came on your own just to see what I was talking about, and you get triggered by something that I said, then that's on you. That ain't on me. So that means you need to go stop watching my videos. You need to go mind your business. Stay in your lane is what you need to do. Then you won't get triggered. Get on your own spiritual path. Stay out of my pockets. Stay out of what's going on in my life, my household, my marriage, or whatever. You need to stay out and mind your business. Mind your, get focused with your kids. Start doing stuff with your kids, what you need to start doing. Start doing stuff with your life. Get your life together. Get your life right. Get rid of your bad habits and your addictions is what you need to start doing and focusing on. Because then when you do that, then you put yourself into living your best life then. Now you moving towards your spiritual path, your journey that you need to be on. Now living your best life the way you know how. You don't go, you need to get your deep healing, mind, body, and soul. Change your mindset. That's what you need to do this year. Then you can have the things that God has for you. And you ain't got to worry about trying to steal somebody else's stuff or trying to walk in somebody else's shoes or trying to be like somebody. Because then you will love yourself. You already know who you are by loving yourself. You won't have no ill willings or ill will or any type of thing against somebody. When you see that person, it be genuine, unconditional love. And not hidden motives and intentions that you don't create it. People know when somebody is really legit. People knows and can see the personality of somebody. They know when somebody is trying to copy off somebody, trying to be like somebody else. And then they try to make up all these lies and different things. When somebody posts something, then they want to go and post something, or they want to go and make up lies and try to change the narrative. For what? People sees that. People ain't stupid. Like I said, people just don't say anything. They just let you fall into your little traps. They let you fall into your embarrassment. Publicly embarrassment is what they let you fall into. And they just let them know that you got mental illness going on, that you really do need the help. That's what it shows. It just shows that. Loud and clear. That you got mental illness and that you need to go seek and get some help, get some help with that. And some people is not bold enough like me. See, I'm bold enough to tell you, professionally, also in a professional standpoint. I'm bold enough to tell you when I see the signs and symptoms that you need to go get some help. You need the help. And you need to go get it soon. Before you wind up in the psych ward. Or harming yourself or somebody else and then get in trouble. Because of your triggers. People can see it. People can actually see the mood swings. People can actually see the bipolar status symptoms that you have. Like I said, some people don't know how to say it or scared to say it, have the courage, but I'm going to let you know straight up. I'm going to give it to you raw, like they said. I'm going to give it to you straight up raw. This is what I see. The symptom that you having, you need to go get yourself checked out. You need to go get on some medication. Or you need to go get some deep healing. Go to some therapy, get some deep healing, or do something to get yourself back on track. Get your life together. You need to get rid of your addictions and your bad habits, because you got some, and stop projecting all of your ill will intention, your bad habit addiction on somebody else, when you're the one that got it, that you need some help. Until next time, peace, love, joy, and happy, and much blessing. Keep moving forward and living your best life.